Imagine a night so cold that the rivers froze solid, yet tens of thousands of soldiers marched across in silence, carrying the hopes of a newborn nation. Imagine a time when the world's greatest empire believed it could crush a rebellion with ease. Yet out of hunger, frostbite, and sheer defiance, ordinary farmers and blacksmiths rewrote history. This is not fiction. This is the astonishing true story of how America was born.
In the middle of the 18th century, the world was divided by empires. Britain ruled the seas, France clung to its colonies, Spain still claimed vast territories, and native nations across the Americas struggled to defend lands their ancestors had held for centuries. For most American colonists, life was a paradox. They were subjects of the most powerful empire in the world, yet they lived thousands of miles from the king who claimed their loyalty. On the surface, the colonies prospered. Boston's wharves buzzed with trade, Philadelphia's streets echoed with new ideas, and Virginia's tobacco plantations poured wealth into Europe. But beneath that prosperity lay resentment. Colonists paid taxes without having a voice in Parliament. Laws were passed in London that bound their lives but did not hear their opinions. The seeds of unrest were being sown quietly through pamphlets, tavern whispers, and sermons that declared liberty to be not just a privilege but a natural right. And across the Atlantic, King George III believed the colonies were his to command, no matter the cost.
Boston was the beating heart of resistance. In 1765, when the Stamp Act required colonists to pay taxes on paper, newspapers, and even playing cards, protests erupted. Crowds gathered, effigies of tax collectors were burned, and mobs forced British officials to resign. It was here that a secret group called the Sons of Liberty began to organize. Men like Samuel Adams and Paul Revere plotted in back rooms, while ordinary tradesmen swore oaths to resist tyranny. Then came the Boston Tea Party of 1773. Disguised as Mohawk Indians, colonists boarded ships and dumped 342 chests of tea into the harbor rather than pay a tax imposed by a distant king. The punishment was swift. Parliament passed the Coercive Acts, closing Boston's port and placing Massachusetts under military rule. Far from crushing rebellion, this only spread it. Colonists from New York, Virginia, and Pennsylvania rallied in support of Boston. The American colonies were beginning to see themselves not just as subjects of Britain, but as one people with a common cause.